I'm here with head coach Drew McMinn. Drew, how would you say practices have been coming along here in the last week or so?
Very well. I mean, we've been confident as a staff with where we're at over the last few days. I mean, we've really challenged the guys to step up to just game speed right now. I mean, with preseason, I think it's a natural tendency for a lot of teams to come in and, not quite get up to the competition level that you're going to be at when you see outside competition. And, that's what we've really just pushed the last few days here, and I think the guys have responded very well to it.
With such a large group of newcomers this year, what's going to be the biggest adjustment for them, do you think, from going to the high school level to the college game?
Yeah, I mean, that's something obviously we all deal with every year. I mean, we have a lot of freshmen that, it's their first action out here right now, but, they've responded extremely well. They've responded to the leadership of the upperclassmen, which is always important for those guys to come along. So, the speed is normally the biggest thing to catch up with, but, we had all fall to work on that, and I think a lot of the freshmen are, primed and ready to go for when we actually start the season.
With a couple of games under your belt with the fall season, what do you think you saw from the team so far, and what do you hope to work on in the exhibition games coming up this weekend?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think that we've really just stressed throughout the fall that they've responded to very well is just playing unselfishly. Our offense, I mean, the ball is really moving fast right now, and, it's not dying in anybody's sticks, and, the guys have just really taken ownership over making sure that, it's not about them on any given play, it's about the team, and, we see it on both sides of the ball with the offense. Again, it's the ball movement. On the defensive side, it's the communication of really getting everybody on the same page at all times.
Marshall Gibson mentioned that there's still, spots that are open. The guys are competing for playing time. So do you think that type of mentality helps the intensity level in practices?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously when there is competition and there's very small separation from one guy to the next, I mean, everybody's motivated to have an opportunity. And, with where we're at right now, I mean, there really is very little separation at every single position, which we've talked to the guys a lot about. And, that's something that we'll obviously have to continually evaluate throughout the season. I mean, nothing will be set in stone as we start, but, I think guys will have a shot to get onto the field, from the start of the season all the way through the end, regardless of, which person we're talking about. They have, a good chance to compete to get playing time.
And with the exhibition games, do you see that more of an opportunity to try and solidify that lineup or to get as many guys experience as possible?
We do. It's a little bit of both. I mean, we're obviously going to get everybody out onto the field and give everybody a shot. I mean, outside competition sometimes brings out a better side in people for the better and for the worse. So, we want to get another evaluation, especially with those young guys, to give them the chance to line up against somebody other than each other. And, we'll also really be working on trying to figure out who we're going to go with as we open up the season.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.